In the early days, a lot of the dogs, particularly that came to us, were dogs that were your average rambunctious, mongrel, adolescent male dog. That described a lot of the dogs, and they weren't really that big of a problem. A lot of these dogs were very happy with each other. We had groups of 6 to 8 for the most part, and dogs that were sort of the trustees who weren't going to run off all spent the day out. So if you came to Dogtown, you would see 30 dogs just wandering around in the middle of the Dogtown area with this huge Malamute named Amra as their leader.
Amra was what we ingloriously call a dump, meaning we suddenly found him one morning, and he was a very, very socialized, social dog. He was a 145-pound red Alaskan Malamute. Beautiful, beautiful dog. We couldn't understand why somebody didn't want him. You know, he just, Dogtown was his place. And his girlfriend Rhonda was particularly, that was particularly interesting, because a lot of our couples were arranged, if you like, because we were deciding which dogs went with other dogs. And Rhonda, who was also what we called an out dog, picked him. He was 145 pounds, she was 17.
He would come over and sort of officially wander up and give a big smile to whoever came in, sort of put his head between their legs, kind of lift him up off the ground. And he had his girlfriend, Rhonda, who was not really great with people, but absolutely devoted to Amra. So Amra was the head of Dogtown, and then we had all these different characters who were out there. And so the mythology and the characters just grew out of these dogs.
I remember coming outside, I think it was at the end of the morning, made hundreds of meals. And I just stood there on the little porch there. I was feeling quite proud of myself, as one does. You survey your kingdom and you go, I did a good thing here. Because you feel you're in control, because you built the buildings, you created the compound runs, you even put most of the dog groups together. So you kind of feel that you have some say in it. But I began to see the place through the dog's eyes. And it was like alarming shock, because I thought I was in control. And then I realized, of course, I wasn't in control. This was their place. They had their own society, their own relationships. And so watching this dynamic between them, and it was never the same after that, never the same. I saw it as Dogtown. It was Dogtown.